In this video, I'm going to show you how to make In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a Nutcracker cake topper. It is simple than you might think it is, and it's perfect if you want to make your Christmas cake more magical and nostalgic. Let's start as usual from the bottom. So we're going to make first of all the boots, and we need to make 2 sausages first. Then what we want to do is to fold them, leaving about 1 inch or even more. At the top of the boot, instead, we're going to make a hole so that it's going to be easier afterwards to insert the leg. But at the top of the boot as well, what I want to do is to add a yellow strip, a really thin one. Then get rid of the extra fondant, making it nice and rubbing it a little bit with your fingers or your leaf shaper. Instead, I've decided to make the legs with some blue modeling paste, really dark blue, which I think it looks really nice on the whole cake topper, and they're really easy to make. And then I'm going to add some decorations on the boots, adding 3 strips of yellow fondant, and then really easily and simple, we just need to cut the extra fondant that we don't need. But doing like this, they should come up on the same level. I say should because sometimes they still move around, especially when we're going to insert the cocktail stick on the inside. So then I've added some really tiny balls on each side, and then I poked them. So let's insert the cocktail stick while the boots are a little bit harder. And then I'm going to leave them onto a dummy while I'm starting to make the body using some red modeling paste. Here is where the belt is going to be, so we want to be a little bit more narrow, and the bottom I want to be more flat, and then we're gonna put a black bell all around it. As usual, let's remove the extra fondant, and as you can tell, it's not really nice, so I'm going to make more effort to making it look nice. Now let's move on making the buckle, and what we want to do is to cut a square piece of fondant, and then on the inside we want to remove another square on the inside. But as you can tell, it's not really nice, so I'm going to try to making it look nicer, pushing the fondant on the inside as well. So at the top, I just want to draw a line in the middle. Then I've added 2 more strips of yellow fondant with 2 balls on each side and made a hole inside of it. Let's add now 2 wider strips of fondant at the bottom like this, and 2 at the top, so that is going to look more like a soldier. To make the arms, first of all, let's start making a cylinder, then we're going to fold it and we're going to cut the top and the bottom of it so that we're going to have 2 arms of the same length. At the top of it, we're going to add some yellow fondant, which is just a tiny bit wider than the arm. And at the bottom of the arm, we're going to add some yellow fondant as well. On each side of the strips from the bust, we're going to add lots of holes to give more of decorations into it. And to fix the arms onto the body, we're going to use a piece of spaghetti. For the hands, I'm going just to add 2 brown ovals. And now we can insert the body onto the rest of the cake topper. But be really careful, as you can see, it is really fragile. To make the head, the first thing that we're going to do is kind of an oval that we're going to flat at the top, and then we're going to draw the eyes. Then we're going to insert this part of the fondant on the inside with the help of a ball tool, so that we're going to have some rooms to add some white fondant, just like I'm doing at the moment. For the pupils, I'm just adding 2 black balls that I'm flattening them, and I'm trying to make this nutcracker very easy so that everyone really can make it. In the meantime, I've added the beard at the bottom of the face, and then I'm adding the mustaches with a piece of white fondant. I always like to give a little bit more curl at the tips of these mustaches. I think they're going to look even nicer. And I've added a small ball for the nose. This white bit on each side of the nutcracker are just the hair, and I think they look really nice. If you looking at the whole picture, I think they're really cute. So let's insert everything, and this bit of cocktail silk is going to help us to hold the hat as well. Now for the hat, I'm going to start making a cone, but really I want it to be flat from the top and the bottom as well. To add some decorations, I'm adding 3 strips of black fondant, and on each side, I'm added some balls of yellow fondant again. I don't like this gap between the head and the hat, so I've added a long strip of red fondant, which I think it looks much nicer. Now that the nutcracker is really done, what I'm going to do is to paint with edible cold painting all the features that I've added in yellow. And I've actually painted them more than once to make sure that the gold was popping out actually. But because the nutcracker looked a little bit lonely, I've decided to add a teddy bear as well, and you're gonna see afterwards that I've added as well gift box. So as you can see, to make the teddy bear, I've made a drop for the body, and then I've added some long drops for the feet, and the arms as well. Then to make the head, I've made an oval. I pressed a little bit from the top of it, and then I've added a small oval to make the mouth. Then I've made some holes for the eyes and the nose, and I've drawn the mouth as well. To make the nose, I've added a small triangle, black triangle, and then I've inserted 2 balls for the eyes. The ears are really easy to make. You just need to make pressed balls, and then on the inside make a hole, cut just a little bit from the bottom, and then put it on each side of the head. Then you can leave it as you want, which I think it looks really nice, but if you want to add more details, you can just draw all those lines. Then to make the teddy bear a little bit more Christmassy, I've added a nice and red bow. Cut any extra, but then I've added 2 more strips like this before adding the actual bow. And now let's put the bow into it. So I think it looks much nicer already. To make the gift box, I'm starting from a ball. I'm cutting every side straight, and then I've added some strips all around. First to one side, remove any extra from the bottom, then on the other side, and again I removed the extra fondant from the bottom, and then I've added some bows first, long ones, and curled them just to making it look a bit nicer. And then I've added another bow which has been done exactly in the same way as I've made the red one, and then I've painted again with the edible gold paint all the yellow features to making it look even nicer and more Christmassy. If you enjoyed this video, I'm sure you're going to enjoy this video too, and as usual, be creative and have fun. See you soon. Bye bye.